Yesterday they found the votes to protect Haitians with TPS. And I am glad they did. Because families should not be thrown into chaos when a nation is in crisis. But I still call foul, because if this country can act when it wants to, then the question is not compassion. The question is who gets it and who gets left behind. I am a U.S. citizen, a white American man, married more than 2 decades, and still this system makes me think about leaving my own country just to keep my family together. That is not justice. That is not family values. That is not mercy. That is a rigged game, pretending to be humane. If you won't say amnesty, don't pretend you care. Don't wave the flag of justice while families drown in fear. You use the workers' labor, you use the immigrants' tears. If you won't say amnesty, don't pretend you care. Republicans use immigrants as targets. Democrats use immigrants as signs. The right shouts invasion, the left performs concern, but both go quiet when the real answer comes around. Amnesty, not another patch, not another delay, not another speech with no risk, not another election season promise that dies the morning after votes are counted. If Congress can protect some people temporarily, why can't it fight for families permanently, for spouses of citizens, for parents, for the workers who have held this country up for years? That silence is not random. That silence has a purpose. Fear keeps labor cheap, and politicians call that order. If you won't say amnesty, don't pretend you care. Don't stand on stages crying while you leave us hanging there. You milk the cows with immigrant hands, then act like no one's there. If you won't say amnesty, don't pretend you care. America takes the labor, cleans the hotels, picks the crops, washes the dishes, raises the children, cares for the elderly, builds the nation, and still says you do not belong. That is not policy, that is exploitation, wrapped in patriotic language and sold as law. And while they manage the cage, they do the same to injured workers. Believe us when it polls well, ignore us when business calls. Use our pain for slogans, then leave us buried in the files. Defund becomes a slogan, justice becomes a brand, representation becomes theater, solidarity becomes a photo op. Wait, they tell us, wait for the next session, wait for the next coalition, wait for the next election. Wait while your marriage becomes paperwork, wait while your labor is used, wait while your humanity is denied. No, we call foul. If you won't say amnesty, don't pretend you care. Don't preach about compassion with selective mercy there, for workers and for families at the bottom of despair. If you won't say amnesty, don't pretend you care. If they're good enough to build this country, they're good enough to stay. If family unity means anything, then prove it. Open the cage. Tell the truth. We call foul America.